This video is brought to you by Stella, the refreshing beer. It's not really. This isn't endorsed by Stella in any way. I just fancied having a nice refreshing cold Stella while I read abusive Lepin comments. Yes, this is a continuation of my responding to Lepin comments video. That went down quite well last time and I enjoyed filming it, so I thought, well, I've got plenty more abuse to share with you. Well, it's a mixture actually. We've got sort of just normal comments through to just stupid comments all the way through to death threats. We'll just get straight in and don't mind me drinking. This looks like an impersonation of a maniac who got bullied too much at school. Can you get bullied too little at school? You know, the kind of kid who runs to report a detail and every deviation of the rules. Yep, sounds fair to me. With a big smile as he's proud of it. Yeah, of course. Autistic? I don't think so, thank you. I would say the kind who wears old school white underpants and folds them with care like Mr. Bean. Probably don't look in my underwear drawer. Vicky Chen, or VC Chen, wrote a couple of comments to me. This is the first one. It's quite a long one. Not many people are rich like you can afford an $800 set in freaking US dollars. You know you much one US dollar compared to one Chinese dollar? Your logic makes no sense at all. To be honest with you, Vicky, my logic isn't the only thing that doesn't make sense here. Even when Lepin shut down, the people who buy Lepin still won't buy Lego due to its price. There's another company which can provide people with fun, cheaper money, and you're here wish that company to shut down. Very selfish. I'm a pretty selfish person. Plus, you made a video about saving Lego. Well, Lego has became greedy now. So go save it yourself if you are a millionaire who can afford all of those sets, you moron. Wow, thanks very much. As I've said a million times before, Lepin clone Lego kits, which isn't right. If they made their own kits, people wouldn't have... I keep calling them kits, they're actually sets. And the reason I say kits, by the way, is because I'm used to building sort of model kits, you know, those sort of things that you glue together and paint. It's a hard habit to break, it turns out. It's not me being selfish, like I just wish people wouldn't justify it. To be honest, I find it quite amazing that people can justify Lepin's actions. I appreciate that Lego is expensive. Copying, cloning isn't the answer if Lego's kits are too expensive for you to buy. Maybe write a letter to Lego and maybe they can reduce the price of Lego in your country. D-Money said, I broke my screen punching this bitch. My parents are pissed. Well, I'm sorry about that and I hope your parents forgive you for punching your screen. Zachary Van Dyke sums up what a lot of people are thinking when they watch my videos. You're very annoying. Thank you. Petty's Z, I can't read any of these names, I'm afraid. I'm not sure of the point of this video. Seems a little bit like it was a slow week and you decided to have a go back, which is a pointless exercise. Every week's a slow week for me. I do whatever videos I can think of or fancy doing. Don't read too much into it. They're easy videos to do. I enjoy filming them, so I make them. Your wait 3 times longer reason for buying Lego is very illogical. Actually, I think it's extremely logical. Either you can afford something or you cannot, as people have other things to buy. That isn't true. I mean, either you have so little money that you can never save anything, or if you can save a little bit, you just have to save for longer to afford to buy the Lego set. 1/3 the price is 66% cheaper. Thank you for giving me this fantastic maths lesson. That's a huge price difference. Okay, I've never bought a Lepin set and only buy Lego for my son, so I cannot comment on its quality. You buy Lego, so what's your problem? I really don't get it. Mark Barrett, I'm a poor heathen. I don't make enough money to engage in moral superiority. That actually made me laugh because it is actually quite a funny comment. But I don't think that actually you can get Lego kits from as little as sort of £6 and probably second-hand kits, sets, for cheaper than that. I don't think you need to spend much money to be morally superior. Mithridil says, number 5, Lego has also copied Kiddicraft. So people tell me this time and time again. Lego originally copied Kiddicraft. I've actually looked at the patents, and it's actually quite interesting. Kiddicraft had a patent, Lego had a patent. Their designs were slightly different. We're not talking about patent law and things with Lepin. We're talking about copyright, stealing artwork, and using licenses that they're not sort of allowed to use. It's as simple as that. Also, Ghostbusters Station is building from a fictional movie. That means the Ghostbusters Station concept doesn't belong to Lego. That's why... Yeah. That's why Lepin has every right to make a Ghostbusters Station. No. Lego has paid to be able to use the Ghostbusters trademarks and whatever they're called, logos and likenesses. So that's just not true, I'm afraid. I'm a Lego fan, but if this copy fact needs to stop. Look at the kits side by side. The Lepin one clearly copies the Lego one. Americans and generally West countries copied a lot from Asian old animations to create Disney movies, and no one said a word about this, and now Lego whines about copying. Bitch, please. Yeah, I appreciate that there are a lot of hypocrisies in just the way that countries work, companies work, but this is one issue that I'm talking about. We're talking about the company Lego, and Lepin is copying them. I'm not talking about Japanese animations and all these other things, and Disney copying this, that and the other. I'm not talking about that. We'll talk about that in another video if you want to. So Vicky Chen wrote something again. I think this one's even worse than the first. Maybe you need to do 5 ways about how to fix your brain. Okay, this could be interesting. Your logic makes no sense at all. How would Lego make profits after they retire their sets? You think everyone millionaire like you? Can I just set one thing straight? I'm not a millionaire, not even close. Well, no, not even close. Stop convincing people buy things they can't afford. I'm not trying to convince people to buy things they can't afford. I'm just telling them to not buy cloned kits. If you can't afford Lego, they won't buy Lego because they don't have the money. End of story. Yeah, just shut up and stop bitching like a moron. Right, I'm not a moron. I'm actually quite highly qualified. It's the beer making me say that. If people can't afford to buy Lego, they won't buy it. It's as simple as that. I know that. I'm not telling people to go and bankrupt themselves and buy kits they can't afford. It's your logic that makes no sense, Vicky. Daniela Martin said something that made me really laugh. She wrote, "You are a butthole." But I noticed that she'd spelt butthole incorrectly, so I corrected her. Stefan Raab says, "Sponsored by Lego." I'm not sure that is how you spell sponsored, but yeah, this isn't sponsored by Lego. None of my videos are sponsored by Lego. I've reviewed a lot of alternative Lego products. They definitely haven't sponsored those. Nothing to do with Lego, never spoken to anyone from Lego, end of story. Raruma Chakalam says, "What a clickbait. But it was entertaining to see this moron." Is it clickbait? It's not clickbait. Clickbait means like a title that doesn't really bear any resemblance to the video, that's quick and catchy. None of my video titles are quick and catchy. So you need to stop calling me a moron and go and look up the word clickbait. American Collector, buying Lepin is like supporting animal abuse. I agree with the side of the argument that you're on, that Lepin isn't right and that you should buy Lego. But I don't know if it's equivalent to animal abuse. I tend to think that ripping off a company is less naughty than abusing animals. So now this is probably the worst comment I've ever received. For many reasons, and you're about to see why. Hakon Veron says, "How is Guy?" Which doesn't make any sense. "I'm going to be so happy when he die." Thank you so much, Hakon. That is actually the first death threat I've ever received on YouTube. Unfortunately, you have spelt die, D-Y-E. That actually means to change the colour of something, like when you dye a t-shirt. And I'm not sure why that would make you happy. So I can only assume that actually you're looking forward to the day that I peg it, I die, I cease to be an ex-YouTuber, if you will. That's not going to happen unless you are actually going to come and kill me, in which case I should probably contact the police. So this last comment really sums up all I was trying to say with my Lepin response video, and that is this guy Osebricks, who says, I hate people who are mean. Like my nan used to say, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Exactly. I think some people are a bit cruel. Luckily, I'm thick-skinned and I'm old enough to drink beer. Be careful, don't sort of be horrible to people. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Maybe I'll do another one if I continue to get extreme abuse. Remember, don't buy Lepin, just buy Lego. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time for another video.